A group in Vincennes hopes to save an endangered poorhouse and transform it into a hospice. But Ethan Sandweiss reports that decay and financial shortfalls could mean the clock is running out.
Standing alone in a field in Knox County, an abandoned 19th century asylum isn't the first place you'd think to send an ailing relative. But County Farm Hospice House Incorporated hopes you will.
I thought, what a great idea if we would take the old poor farm that used to serve our community for indigent people and repurpose it into something, again, that is going to be used by the community.
Barmis grew up in Vincennes, in the shadow of the Knox County Poor Asylum. He remembers neighbors visiting relatives in the asylum, which closed its doors in 1974.
Every Sunday after church, they'd come out here and they would have a meal with, one of their family members. So yeah, there's a lot of good stories that come out of this facility.
Now his nonprofit owns the site. Barmis and his wife hope to transform the derelict building into an end-of-life care center.
My wife's a nurse, and when she was working hospice, she noticed there was a void in the hospice care. A lot of times people didn't have a place to go.
Barmis says he's driven past the asylum almost every day of his life, but it wasn't until 2020 that he saw it up close. That's when he decided it needed saving.
This is a poor farm. Why would you worry about detail? But they did, and that's what makes the building special to me, was they took the time to give the building detail.
Between 1831 and 1860, state law required every county to build a poor asylum. 47 remain standing. For its architectural significance and contribution to local history, the federal government added the Knox County Asylum to the National Register of Historic Places in 2018.
You had blind and lame and insane and feeble-minded and just unemployed for one reason or another. They broke an arm or whatever. And so how would you deal with those?
Knox County built this facility in 1882 on the site of the previous asylum.
One of the inmates there set fire to it and burned it down. Mr. Smith was his name. And of course, they couldn't do anything to him because he was crazy. And so they then proceeded to build a new, more improved poorhouse.
Knox County hired Evansville architect Joseph K. Frick, a regionally prominent designer of poorhouses and courthouses.
The design he came up with was the popular style of the day, what's called the Italianate style, that has the arched windows, the hoods above the windows, and it has projecting roof, and then there's brackets in underneath the eaves.
Day and Barmis are both taken with the asylum's beauty, but its history was not always beautiful.
I guess for lack of better terms, would you call it the rubber room? Again, sometimes this is called the asylum, the insane asylum, because of insane people, and they didn't know what to do with them.
Nobody really wanted to stay in the poorhouse if possible. It was always considered to be not the place to go, and they would even offer to move elsewhere if they would be given the money to move away from this, just to get away from it. But some people didn't have any choice.
For 2 years, Indiana Landmarks has listed the asylum among the 10 most endangered historic places in the state. Extensive damage to the roof threatens what remains, but Barmis says it can still be saved. He estimates it would take around $3 million to do so.
This is going to take the community's help, and hopefully we can rally the community's help to do this, because it would break my heart to see this building in a pile of rubble.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Ethan Sandweiss.